I've just been sitting here for the past 5 minutes listening to this intro song because it's really kind of good. Welcome back to Hooked on You. Last time we left off, we stranded on the beach. Woke up, saw a dead man, took a coin from his mouth, met these people, answered some questions, and that's basically it. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, our name is Benny. Whoa, so it just throws us into it. Okay. I thought there was gonna be like another menu I have to click. Wow, so exciting having someone else on into F. I don't know what the fuck this is on this island. Spirit and Wrath are so boring and Trapper is so predictable. Relying on Bruce's strength to win the game, he has no respect at all for grace and skill. I'm gonna turn down the music. I feel like turn on this too. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. What kind of person wants to be a sitting duck in the middle of the open ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an Eck. What the fuck is an Eck? Oh wait, I see. Game's starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. Wait, I'm not joining? I'm not joining? I thought I get to join. She's really something, huh? Eck. Don't swim. What's an Eck? Nah. Live in the forest. Live in the forest long enough, and you'll see an X-swim. Believe you me. What? You'll see an X-swim. Believe you me. Sure for me, cute stuff. Yeah. Go. Yeah. The killers resume their. Wait, I'm not joining in. What the fuck? That is so boring. She's like, don't go to the yacht. It's boring there. All you do is stand. Someone can sneak up behind me and kill me. All I'm doing is sitting here to fuck. Those resume their place on the volleyball court and resume the match they were playing before you arrived. Oh, these are weird fuckers. Claudette and David, I believe. Hey, fancy a lemonade? I see you working up a. Who would you think? I see you working up a thirst. Those bouncing buns. Your thirst, eyeing those bouncy buns playing volleyball. Clyde hands you a lemonade. Ooh, so fresh, so tart. He leans and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on? Who would you bet on doing? Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't want any of these killers to hear you talking about them or not talking about them if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone, please. It's not like oh my fucking god. I gotta turn off my lights to read this. Hang on. Yeah, I gotta turn off the lights. Please, it's not like we've got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. Who put sand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, gotta be her, cause She said these two are boring, and this guy's predictable. Now, if you're predictable, that can make you lose, but that can also make you win. So it's between these two. So I'm gonna go Huntress. Oh shoot, Huntress overheard you. Fuck. Oh, you guys are on me. I'm glad that you think I'm so good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually, I'm so sneaky that you can't even barely see me at all. Okay. Whatever that means. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support other people on this island, right? Oh, jeez. I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stated my secret Larry. My secret Larry. Wow, what a game! Oh, his name is Dwight, not David. Same fucking thing. Tomato, tomato. Man, I gotta move this box. There we go. It's a tie! God damn it. God damn it. All that work for a tie. Can there even be a tie in volleyball? No one knows since this is everyone's first time. You made me bet on people and this is the first time playing volleyball. So this could have been a shot in the dark. I could have guessed anyone. First time playing. These killers don't usually have any time for team sports. Amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. This is Claudette crying. Is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. It's nothing. I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh, look, the killers have disappeared and are cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel. Trapper is touching sensually between chainsaw curls. Wrath is standing on the beach, desperately hoping that the sand will swallow him up. And Huntress is doing some target practice with her bloody hatchet. I thought they were gonna say gun. I was like, I could use that to escape. I'm just saying. I could use a gun to escape. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should really make a move. Life is short. You could get snuffed out any time of the day. What the fuck is this word? Carpendium. Carpi now go ahead, chat one of them up. So which killer caught your eye? Stop calling him. Have they murdered somebody in my vicinity? No. I do like a strong woman, you know, someone with a little bit of muscle, little bit of muscle. You can't see my muzzle. I'm gonna go ahead. Over in Hunter's after all. This whole sporty hangout thing is her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You were really great out there. Where'd you learn to move like that? Whose moves? My moves? Those moves? They're nothing. I say the sandwich, so you know, kind of full and hard to talk. Huntress blushes for a bit beneath her mask. It's cute on cute. If you ask me, sometimes you gotta look past someone's bloodstains. I never even knew you had bloodstains. I mean, I knew the axe was bloody, but I never knew there was bloodstains up here. Kind of like Trapper. I saw his muscles and I forgot there was blood in his fist. A lot of men a lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn a lot about the human body what the human body is capable of in those types of scenarios. I love to exercise in a way we're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. I've never thought of fitness in that way. I guess I've never thought of fitness that way. Maybe it's time to start. You never know who's coming for you through the bush. As fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, fucking Christ, desperation, or just plain old boredom. Doesn't seem like boredom is going to be your problem. Surrounded by all these survival, on the other hand, you're going to need to compensate for your lack of killer instinct. What is your style? Go to imagination. Fuck that. Fuck grit. I don't even know what grit is. What I lack in fitness, I try to make up for them. That's so fucking corny. Oh my god. I need to make up a little game for myself to play. My imagination is very wild. Oh, cool. You also have very thick thighs. I can see it through the thing. Didn't want to mention it because I was too distracted with the muscles, but you got some thick thighs. You know, just could put a watermelon down there. You know, that TikTok trend. My imagination is very vivid. I can imagine the two of us painting, sweating. Our clothes are torn. Oh, panting! I was like, what the fuck? Can you imagine the two of us panting, sweating? Our clothes are torn. I'm with you. Our hands are gripping the sheer face of a cliff's rock wall as we climb. Not exactly where I was going, but sure. Up to a cavern in the dark. Cave, slick with dew shimmering in the moonlight. I'm back with you. A pack of wolves await us there. Friends, enemies, dinner. We look into each other's eyes, then back. Look into each other's eyes, then back at the wolf, and together we howl. I'm not gonna howl. I have dignity. Sure sounds exciting. My boy, I'm just thinking about it. It's a bit of a fucking anime. Come on, everyone. The fun in games can't be over already. I get it. Volleyball not ruthless enough. Look at us. We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave all the thrill of the hunt. It's time to see if our friend here has the hunter instinct. Can I actually do something? I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Benny. I just waved a bloody axe in the air and you step back nervously before you realize she is not waving it at you, she's handing it to you. Don't worry, I got several of these. Oh, way off! We have a weapon! We can get off this wretched rock! It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat of all. Just don't aim that thing at me. Can't see me. I'm in your imagination, bitch. I own you. Minigame consists of two parts: top pointer, which rotates clockwise in the clockwise directions, and a bottom target. And the bottom target, a target you are going to be pointed at. Okay. Some of these targets is immediately visible. Sometimes they're hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer. While over the target to win. Fail to land on target and you will lose. Gotta clear my fucking desk. Gotta move my phone. To achieve perfect success, land on the start of the target area and not the end. Ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Ready. Away we go. Show them what you got. Gotcha. Perfect. Gotcha. Fuck. You missed completely. Yeah, I know. That was going too fast. Fuck. I was closing my eyes. I thought I could have Alter instinct. Perfect. I'm impressed. A worthy opponent. I mean, could have been better, but who wants to keep score? Who's keeping score? For the record, I am, and you got 6 points. Fuck off. Hey, how's it going? Cool. I guess I'd like my stabbing to be a bit more close up and personal. Somewhere a loud horn blows and the survivors snap back into action. Time's up! You heard him. Get to the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what captures the flag? What? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? More than sitting and talking. I cannot speak today. I am sorry. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prejudiced fantasy epic like you find on cable. Dwight and Claudic usher you to your seat, but there's a limited seating directly around you. Oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Alright, well then one can sit to the left, one can sit to the right, one can sit behind, one can sit forward. There we go, I'm in the middle, fuck! Oh, so they must hate each other. I just realized that, this guy, the black one, has no blood on him. Like, nothing's wrong with him except for his head, but I think that's normal. And this is a spirit. That guy has blood in his arms. And Huntress has blood on her mask. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Oh, they all hate the big guy. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wrath or Trickster. Who's Trickster? Who the fuck is this guy? Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah. Well, they don't call him Excepster. I'm so sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. My whole shtick gets a little flustered. Never knew there was this motherfucker. Hey there, you're looking good, Benny. Real good. How do you know my name? And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Fourth wall break. Let that be a lesson to you. Every area you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudia directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit on the opposite of you. Alright, cool. Hunters and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully by with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope all of you enjoy. We really hope you do. Who the fuck is Spirit? Who the fuck is... Oh, it's the ghost lady. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is so good. Meat is murder. Which one do you consider? Which do you know, considering what you've been up to? Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat it. So that, like, technically true. Technically, true is the best kind of true. No, basically true is the best kind of true, not technically. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey Benny, you thinking what I'm thinking? No. It's gonna be a person that spit. Is that right? Am I fucking retarded? Or does that say spit? What the fuck does that mean? It's gonna be a person on that spit. You mean spot? Oh, they talked about how error is a choice, right? So, maybe this is a choice or something to spit on somebody. I don't fucking know. Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm trees, buttons down print, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be a scraps of fabric, sandwiched between some layers of meat. Is this a human being? I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12. I am not gonna eat a fucking human being. You dumb fucks. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, oh sorry, wrong voice. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. Cause this game is fucking weird, man. Is that supposed to be an eye? That's a forward slash. Unless I'm looking at it at an angle. I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything to twine. First, who says twine? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, not blood. Ugh. You two are ridiculous bicep swinging contest enough. Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana. You have a katana? Holy shit! Katana is the only option, obs. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katanas. I'll show you both my katanas and send you to actual hell if you like. Please stop, please. I hate when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eyes. I can do it. I have a skull of Azazel Azarvul. Fuck it. Fuck it. Arzavul. It's Arzavul. I don't care what anyone says. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it fuck. Club it to a second death. Hey Benny, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but can you hurry up and volunteer to carve it up? Felix, I mean dinner. Carve up Felix, I mean... So his name is Felix! Otherwise, this will go on for hours, no hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most efficient weapon for 72 straight hours. Oh my god. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapons, all while explaining the values of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they are always terrified of Tent anus. Oh, tinnitus! Oh, no, tentis. No, what's that word when you get rust? Fucking tentis? Tinnitus? I don't fucking know. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We hate for it to get cold. We hate it when it got cold. There's a machete freshly sharpened. Oh my god. Minigame consists of 2 parts. On top is a pointer that rotates counterclockwise in the clockwise direction. And on the bottom, the target a target you're going to be pointed at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes the target is hidden point of rise. Press the space bar, blah 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 blah. We already know this. To achieve purposes, find this time to be you want me to repeat that? No. Ready. Here we go. Slice. Swing. Perfect. Not bad. Not bad. And now. You missed. No, he did not. Not bad. That was perfect. I need to give her a different voice. I give her the same voice as Huntress. That was perfect. Good. I'd like to see what you could do with that. With a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is fun. I'm not giving them a voice because that's too many people. I would have to fucking think outside the box. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involve lifting their mask and shoving food behind them, shoving up food behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. Like, they're all dead. Embrace being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obvious. This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their mask, and this is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they tried to mash stuff through theirs. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. What's the first one? That's only one thing. Think about it, Benny. Number 2 is no number 2. Number 1, less thing is no number 2. One last thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in the spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't really think my digestive tract connects anymore. Well, what the fuck did I just say? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Eating the food and the behavior of the group this might be the worst meal in history. Where the fuck did the other guy go? The fucking purple dude. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I am not eating a fucking human being. I will fucking die on that hill. Not this game, not in any game. Fuck out of here. I think they want an explanation why. Why don't you tell them? Look at Seagull. You ever see a seagull that big before? I haven't. It's incredible. Anyways, what are we talking about? Is that fucking Spanish or some shit? What the fuck? What the fuck did that say? Lame misdirect. Oh, lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Brady. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are? How you got here and how you got here? Yes, you did, you poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun. But the seagull. The seagull, it's up there! It's up there! You gotta look! Gotta look! And fuck you for saying you lame misdirect. The fuck? Okay, to be fair, I didn't know what misdirect meant until I processed it in my mind. He just made a lot of good points. I swear! I'm beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Now we're tripping fucking balls! Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't have been poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. What's up, G? Your friend, your mentor, the guy, the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You must figure out why you are really here. No one can tell you not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There are too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths, many of them lead to your demise. Otherwise lead to something even worse. What's worse than... I hate when people say, I'm gonna torture you worse than death. I'm gonna do something to you worse than death. Like, what's worse than death, nigga? I would really like to know. Like, nigga, there ain't nothing worse than death. Alright? So if you're gonna kill me, kill me. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back is where you am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters is that it can be learned if you answer most important questions. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that question and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. Gotta give it up. This ocean character give it up. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold up, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices, but now some of them I like, some of them I don't like. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. How the fuck am I gonna know what the ocean likes? You wake up to find Hunter's holding your limp body gingerly, pouring out cold water into your mouth. Fucking drowning here, Doc. I'm thirsty. You know, pouring water. Refreshing. Oh, good. You're awake. Sometimes. Oh, good. You're okay. Sometimes when I try to care for people, they have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Okay. Okay. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been long since I had a normal, happy, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's head open with a hatchet before I really really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not really as scared or too busy writhing in pain. Stephen, you have a nice ass. I'm sorry. I meant to say that earlier, but I said, nah, that's too perverted, so I said I'd compliment her thighs. But you have a nice ass. I had to say that. Yes, I know. I'm looking at someone's ass. But it's literally right here, in front of the words. In pain is seen for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not because you feel nervous in her arms, not because they are maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was gonna narrate that fact, not say it out loud as a single word, like some creep. Beautiful mask. Your bunny mask is quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep up with this. You gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? Mwah, bitya, mwah, mwah, duga. I don't fucking know. You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. Oh, cool. What did you make it out of? Fucking bunny mouth, dumbass. The fuck you think she made it out of? You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor. Why is that you kill people? Hunter sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes, but she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I ever was taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. As a young boy, I was taught not to do stupid shit, and here am I now, still doing stupid shit. Stop fucking saying it, even say something else! Jesus Christ! Even though the mask, even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. See, God, you gotta fucking gaslight, manipulate, girl boss, gatekeep, do all fucking 3 G's, and then kill them when they're off guard. You know what I'm saying? And then we escape. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky, probably human jerky, but her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. Yes, you notice have food. When on a murderous island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry, and you can chow down on some jerky, essentially, right? I love some, thank you. After a moment of quiet chewing on what you choose to believe in is not human. Finally, you decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship? Why the fuck do people, like, when you meet someone new, people ask the fucking question, do you have a boyfriend? Have you ever been in a relationship? I feel like it's an inappropriate question to ask someone you just fucking met. Like, nigga. Stop trying to get your dick wet and ask them some, like, cool questions, like, you have any dogs? You have any cats? Like, you game? Dude, have you ever been in a relationship before? What's your, like, if you're gonna ask them that question, you gotta ask them your age first. The fuck? Dang, you're really going there. You do not play around, Benny. Yeah, I'm fucking high like that. You fucking fly like that, G. Fly. I am. Hunter takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get all twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Benny. Thanks, narrator. There was one deer that looked at me in. Nah, nigga. Nah, bro. You can't fucking say a deer looked at you. There was one deer that looked at me quite provocatively in a clearing once, but that doesn't count, does it? No, nigga, no, that's a fucking deer. You hear the faintest giggle bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. I mean, if a fox looked at you or a dog looked at you, then that counts. But some wild fucking animal from the woods? Nah, nigga. Unless it was Bigfoot, then yeah. Well, what's this? You found something in the sand. Hunter reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left by some girl who was playing on the beach along the road. Who is definitely still alive and not dead at all. Hunter closes up her bag of jersey with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on Seems like she's a little mixed up on how actually this particular item works. No, that's not what you do. That's what my mom does. Like, no joke, she gets haircuts and you open up a bag of chips, or bobby pins, or French clips, and just clips them. Should you go with the flow or show off your knowledge of advanced humaning? I'm about to whiz down on these motherfuckers. Watch me. I'm about to whiz down. Show her a thing or two. You silly goose. You chuck them before reaching down the bag of chips. You take the banana off the that and try to smooth. Much better. Is that a nun beret? What the fuck is that? That's not a nun beret. What is that, like a? Is she wearing cloth? But like, what the fuck is all of this? Tell her something new about human trinkets. She touches the clip of her hair with a shy smile. Just the things are really getting heated. You hear a flurry of footsteps behind you as you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever near danger has popped out. It's on this strange island. Only to find is Dwight and Claudia sprinting across the bridge with a clipboard in hand, which they are waving in the air above their heads. These fuckbags. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary to attend each event as we schedule. Playing sick for a cute flirt point was not part of the evening's activity. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick, no time for excuses, bitch. Get to it. Well, there is, but That's scheduled for after what comes after flirting.
Go, go, go! Get your black ass out of here, nigga!
I feel like you would say. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claddock will make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who. So don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And while we have only time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time. But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative heavy experience.
You're telling me. You're telling us. That's only that only one person gets to share. How do we decide? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group who that never goes well. Well, whoever did this, step up now. I swear, I won't be angry. I merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no mush. Voices trembling, you realize that this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. But even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true, this is really fair. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you don't try to flex that authority gimmick one more time. So help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I will drown you in this blood. Cynthia, Fuss, and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. Hey, we all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names, so even knows any names, not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who's even anyone anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started with story time. So, Benny, who do you think should go in the mid? Damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this topical convention doesn't turn out to be a bloodbath. I'm gonna have you go. But I didn't fucking process. I just clicked. Whoa, did I miss words? Fuck. Whoa, the entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement lawsuits. What? Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit Hops dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets on her feet of campfire. I keep thinking that down here is another person than up here. This dress is so fucking long. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great. She's a great ghost. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing even time to me, and I literally pull a guy's skull out behind once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. Fuck. If everyone else is going to chit chat, I guess I can just sit down and Huntress with her eyes glow red behind her mask with both. And both Tramper and Wrath take their seats. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not.
I just fucking skipped so many words. Ahem. When I hate... Well, I hate to break it to you. But tonight's story isn't just scary. It's a romantic. It's romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wrath are both sharing a giant tub of pop. Where the fuck did you get popcorn from? We're in the middle of the goddamn beach. Can I get some fucking popcorn? Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark and summer. Oh my god, it was this dark and summer night. That's how all ghost stories start. Dark summer night, warm rain spread seeped from the sky like blood from a wound. Detective Hata celebrates an investigation around hostage interrogation was called the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she's ever seen before. When she arrived at the scene, it was chaotic. The scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen of other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of the busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance and massive size. No one knew how it got there. It was delivered, but built on site. Such a busy area. How could something like this just appear? A mystery it was, of conjured magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face in each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy in her element. "Help me!" cried someone in the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now it was every detective in the city was there looking for this strange structure up and down, inspecting it every side. Didn't make sense. There was no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Except for a single small slit, just enough to see bloodshot eyes from the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up here. I'm so scared. Please help me," cried the man as if pleaded for his life. No stranger, too tense for the situation, Detective Hato comforted the man. She used her training to calm him buy time for the investigators. However, time didn't bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on, with no progress opening the box. As the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddled on the ground, and the man inside grew more desperate. More sad and lonely, more pathetic, more in need of help. But Detective Hato was no help at all, powerless to save him. Guilt began to weigh on her like it was never before. "But don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hato. "You are not alone. I am here. Hell, half of the town is here. We are all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through the narrowest passageway, Detective Hato watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the stranger. Strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promised? Asked the man. Promised that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge she felt, and an instant connection she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the hostages she had worked so hard to free. So much to read. And so when the man's eyes closed back away, it didn't scare Detective Hato, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up at the narrow slit horizon in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing through his mouth as he asked, Promise that I'm not alone. I wish there was music playing. I was doing a thing. Yes, I promised. I do. Didn't I read this? Yes, I do. She promised. I do. As pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, with truly knowing what Detective Hato was, leaned forward and placed her own lips to the box, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall onto this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel this guy has so much fucking riz, even though he is trapped in a fucking box. This man has unstoppable riz. She could feel his brief contact of the beating of her heart pulsing blood through every inch of her body. Matched beat for beat in their soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back! Yelled the officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hato and the box, breaking the silence that would soon be filled with whatever that word is, gears and clicking latches. A symphony of metallic active happening all at once. Something had triggered as if the unseen lever the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hato gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddle of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from her side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what had been him. There was a corner of the box pile of pieces like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hato had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from wanting. Is this the story of how she became a spirit? Am I an idiot? Clearly disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. On top of the pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, and her own expression lifeless. Her lips blue, tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by this story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but Spirit. It was you who chose her. You who initiated this narrow tale, so sad, so creepy, so sensual that she really went into detail when it came describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one's sure to react. Dwayne and Claudia are staring, daggering at you. You have did something. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. What the fuck is a romp? I have no idea what the fuck a romp is. Please, I said do something. I really want to say cool story, bruh. No, we'll stand up. We'll say nothing younger. You stand up without approaching spirit, reaching your arm around her for a hug. Her robe hovering in the air begins to wrap herself around you. You squeeze, you wrap yourself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also being tied up, and it's certain that it's not what you expected. And say until you pull away, and it's awkward, but an awkward moment. You nearly fell over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without saying much as a goodbye. You meanwhile realize everyone had watched the truly strange interaction from the corner of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and splits up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear in the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. And with that, I'm going to leave this episode here. Y'all have a great day.